that today in our group. I said we had a team last year where, our first year of the Division I level, and I remember saying to those guys, like, you don't realize how well you're playing despite the result. And that was similar to what I felt today with these guys. And I saw a group in ours if we can learn as a group with what we are doing in building, we got a chance to be a pretty good team in the NEC. And I was really proud of the effort, the fight, the toughness that we showed. I think we cut it to 12 right off the bat, right off the way early in the second half, and we made them adjust a little bit with some run and jump and some pressure and trapping. It kind of speed us up a little bit because I do think they were having a hard time guarding us. But we changed up kind of how we played fully for the game, and I thought it worked for us, and just really proud of our group. And I thought the guy to my right who's learning how we play here at Stonehill, he showed he belonged. He showed he was a pretty darn good player against these guys and had a phenomenal game. And just excited for him, excited for our group, and really proud of the effort that we put out today.
Chris, obviously a lot of really talented players on Kentucky's roster. What did you guys know about Reed Shepherd coming into this one, and what did you think about the way he shot the ball tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we heard about him, saw him on film, saw him, obviously through his AAU days, and just how good he is, how skilled and just efficient he is shooting the ball. We basically played 40 minutes of zone today, and he was one of the keys to make sure we key in on him. But it's hard where you've got, weapons everywhere, size, athleticism at the rim, trying to make sure that we take away the high post. Trey Mitchell, him catching the ball and the high post scoring sucked us in a little bit to open up the three for Reed. It's hard to guard those guys. It's hard to, stop him with how good he is. And every shot, I think he was 7 for 8. He's who he is for a reason. And, but, I thought regardless for us, if we can find that effort when we get to our league, we'll be okay.
Well, Coach, talk about the growth you think you guys made with this game, or is it hard to say considering who you're playing and the time of season it is?
I personally don't think it's hard to see on my end. I don't think anyone gave us a fighting shot today to win, but, for us, if we can do that night in and night out, we have not done that against St. Joe's the other night, against GW in our opener. UConn, we didn't play to the same level of toughness, competitiveness, and even offensively, just with how we at Stonehill play. And I saw a lot of that tonight, So I think that's a big, big step forward for our group. We've got a young group that's learning to play in our system and play our way. And I really think if we can figure that out and emulate that again, we're heading in the right direction this season.
Right here in the front, middle.
Coach, you started the year early with UConn. You played Kentucky tonight, 2 top teams in the country. How does Kentucky compare? It actually ended up being the same score in both games.
Was it the exact same score?
Same exact score. How does Kentucky compare to another top team in the country?
I mean, they're both incredible. I think you deal with the speed, the athleticism that these guys have compared to a little bit more size that UConn presented a week ago. This guy, he grew up with Donovan Clingan, and I know there's a couple guys injured here that allow some more size that will be hopefully back for Kentucky along the way. But it would be a fun game to watch. I would tell you that much. It was an incredible opportunity for us to play against them, and I'm sure, if they do get to play, I'm sure our guys will be able to sit back and say, enjoy watching that after we got a chance to be on the floor with both of them.
Can you talk about the game tonight, your performance, team moving forward, please?
I think we took a step in the right direction. Obviously, the outcome isn't what we want, and we definitely want to be better. But it's a process to everything, like I always say. And I think we took a step in the right direction, but we still got a lot of work to do.
What are those things?
Just learning each other, building chemistry, being able to be a family at all times on the court, stick it to us, stick it to Stonehill basketball. And that's what we've really been putting out in practice, so that's what we're going to try to continue to do. And hopefully by the time league play starts, when it really matters, that's hopefully going to be better.
This is for Coach. Chris, I was just curious how this game got scheduled. Did you guys reach out, or did Kentucky reach out to you?
There was an email that went out, and I quickly followed up with, "Hey, are you interested in us?" And it was when I saw the email, it was something that I think you go ask our guys in the locker room. The opportunity to play here, and I'm sure you guys hear this all the time, especially in the non-conference schedule, and to have an opportunity to come here to play against this program. We jumped at it, and just with scheduling, it was a tournament, the Wildcat Classic, that Kentucky had to agree to play or agree to sign off on us and some other schools that are through. So it just happened through some scheduling last spring into the summer that it all came together. So, but I jumped at the opportunity in the email, and fortunate that they gave us the chance to come here.
Coach, Kentucky has some incredible athletes, and yet I think you said they had trouble guarding you at times. What was the game plan coming out and trying to get the shots that you did?
Yeah, we play like an open, free-flowing motion, and it's predicated on a lot of ball movement and a lot of just ball reversals and togetherness. And when we've got what I think is typically about 4 or 5 guys on the floor at all times that can shoot the three. So we present a little bit of a different challenge to certain teams where 4s and 5s can step out and shoot the three, which lifts some forwards and lifts some size away from the rim. It opens up a little bit more penetrate and kick, especially for Tony and Jackson Benigni, some of our guards. So our thing was, let's just be who we are. We've been kind of trying to find us a little bit, find our motion, find our ball movement. And the other day against St. Joe's, it just wasn't us, and it hasn't fully been us this season. So we added a couple things offensively in practice that we're still trying to learn who we are, and I think when we play like we did today, we'll be okay as we get going into our league. But the ball got moving side to side. I thought like some split cuts, some screen action, some curls, and some flares that held them accountable defensively. And we kind of try to force teams to have to communicate through a lot of actions. And if and when a screw up happens, then we can take advantage with an attack or a three.
Tony, tell us the things you've learned in playing Kentucky and the growth you think you guys made in playing Kentucky.
The things I learned, just really just focus on getting better. Like, we could be a really good team when we're sticking together and playing Stonehill basketball, and then when we go away from that, it could be really tough. So trying to be a leader, just keep learning my team, and yeah, that's basically it. The growth was solid, especially in the first half. We feel like we was playing like us. Even though defensively we got to lock in more. We're allowing too much points at this moment, but we'll definitely be better in that, and hopefully we can continue that.
Thanks for being here. Good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate you.